Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is having a pleasant day today and quite chilly mornings in Mumbai and all around the country, India. I hope everyone is enjoying this weather as well. So myself, Kshitija Poddar, I've been working with IC since April 2025. And it's truly always a pleasure to welcome everybody for the webinar who wants to learn, to engage in these sessions and increase their knowledge all across. So for those who are joining for the very first time, I see stands, I see Delhi, I see Africa, or I would call it I see global. So we are the fourth largest exhibition which is dedicated to elevators and escalators. It brings together global manufacturers, technology providers, and innovators under one powerful platform, which is a reflection of trust and recognition which IC has earned across the industry. It is always good to call people around for these exhibitions, for these sessions, and these are always, some informative sessions which goes all around. But IC is not just an exhibition, right? It is a growing ecosystem that fosters collaboration, knowledge exchange, and industry advancement. In this vision, with this vision that going ahead with technology and stuff like that as well, we have also started doing the webinars which are informative. We get our onboard exhibitors who are there and they can present their particular session about their products or the knowledge what they have. So I will start with the details which already everyone is aware. However, I would like to inform everybody about how did we start about our exhibition in 2022, then 2024, and now we are going ahead for 2026. So we are also having our upcoming show in Africa this year, which is in Nairobi, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of December. So ICE's platform, you can showcase your technical expertise, present your products, company profiles, and continuous visibility throughout these. Please remember these webinar sessions are always on every Tuesday, and this is for exhibitors and the experts. So we also take question answer session in each session, which the people who are attending this can type and keep it ready to ask the presenter of the particular webinar. And at the end of the presentation, the presenter will answer for it. Today we have Dewhurst, who are a big name in the industry. We have Ms. Begum, who will be sharing her knowledge along with her specialty. And I hope everyone enjoys this session. Begum, it overs to you. I'm stopped sharing my presentation, and you can please start with yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction.
Totally. Thank you.
Hopefully you can see it.
Yes, I can. It is visible.
Perfect. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Begum Avdagic, product manager at Dewhurst, where I work on engineering-driven product development, always with a focus on sustainability and innovation in the lift industry. So today I'll be presenting the potential of digital out-of-home advertising in the lift industry, a paper we have written. And we are going to explore all together how lifts can become one of the most powerful touch points for the digital advertising. So before we dive in, a quick overview. This session is about to take 20 minutes, and I'll follow the structure of our paper. So first, I'm going to provide you the big picture, and then we'll go deep dive into the lift-specific opportunities. So first, I would like to step slightly outside of the lift industry to explore digital out of advertising, what it is, why it's growing fast, and why it's relevant. And then we'll bring those informations straight back into your buildings. So before we dive in, what exactly is digital out of home or DOOH. So simply put, it's any digital screen-based advertising that you're seeing in public spaces, from billboards in city centers to screens in metro stations, shopping malls, and airports. Here you can see some examples. They are all vibrant, constantly changing, and highly engaging. And unlike any static posters, the DOOH is interactive, measurable, and it is updated in real time. So you might consider it outdoor advertising, but it's more smarter and more data-driven. And before we look at the growth numbers, let's first talk how the DOOH is actually valued. As you know, traditional posters were sold simply by their size and their location. But the DOOH is different. It's measured by impressions, so the number of people who see it. And advertisers by campaigns based purely on CPM, which is cost per 1,000 impressions. So it's just like in digital marketing. And to make this real, let's take one of London's most iconic advertising spaces, the BFI IMAX at Waterloo. So this isn't a small billboard. It is the largest advertising canvas in Europe, and it's seen more than 3 million people every week. And a single month-long campaign here can cost a brand like Costa Coffee well over £500,000. And this is the power of impressions in action. The bigger the audience, the higher the value. And this model is scaling fast. Globally, the OH revenue was around 20 billion in 2024, and it is expected to nearly double by 2030, and it's growing at about 11% annually. With urbanization, smart infrastructure, and the demand for targeted and data-driven campaigns, which are all driving this rapid expansion. And now let's bring all this information into the lift industry. In the UK, we have over 340,000 lifts, rising more than to 407,000 by 2030. And in busy office buildings, a single lift can make hundreds of journeys every day. And here's the key difference. Unlike a billboard that you glance at briefly, each journey gives about 30 seconds of dwell time. That means 30 seconds where there's possibility for people to actually engage. So it's the perfect spot for the digital messaging. A quick math in here. So if we assume an average of 8 people per ride across those 340 journeys, that means a single lift screen can generate around 2,700 impressions every day. And remember, that's just one lift in one building. So this is why measurability matters. Just like the BFI IMAX on the previous screen, lift screens are valued by impressions. Only here, instead of fleeting glances on the street, you've got a captive audience, frequent exposure, and contextually relevant messaging, which is the reason why lifts are the most effective place for the DOOH. So until here, we have seen why lifts are such a powerful environment for DOOH. Now let's shift the gear into our next section, which is infrastructure, because having the right foundation is the one that makes all this possible. Here's what many lifts still have today: traditional paper note boards, which are cluttered, static, and hard to update from time to time. And they don't look exactly what a modern building would want. Now, watch as they transform. Ultra-thin, flash-mounted digital screens that replace the old boards seamlessly. And they are vibration-resistant, heat-tolerant, and fully compliant with the safety regulations. Now let's look at what keeps the lift-based DOOH running, which is connectivity and power. Today's lifts are more connected than ever, and that makes it implementing DOOH easier than ever. So thanks to external antennas and LTE modems, the lifts are no longer an isolated space, but it's part of the building's digital ecosystem. And through the same backbone, we now support 3 key connected systems: the emergency communication system, IoT devices, and the multimedia displays themselves. So altogether, these make lifts not just safer, but also smarter and more engaging. And with the UK's PSTN switch off in 2027, digital connectivity is becoming critical for compliance and also uninterrupted service. Finally, cloud-based content management and remote monitoring means smooth playback, scalable operation, and seamless integration into the smart building networks. And connectivity is just the start. The real transformation happens when lifts are integrated into the building management system. Now we can finally imagine a world where the lift screen becomes your window into your entire building. From the moment that you enter, throughout your day in the office, to when you leave, the lift keeps you informed. It could show room occupancy, like floor 2 is 75% full, or it could display energy usage trends. Even car park availability can be transmitted straight to the lift display. So in short, anything that the building owner wants to communicate can now be surfaced right here. And once the screen is disconnected, it becomes truly contextual. At 8 a.m., you can have your news and weather updates, perfectly timed for your morning commute. And by 5 p.m., the same screen can switch to brand promotions or lifestyle content that is aligned with the rhythm of the building. And this is the exact reason why lift-based DOH is so powerful. It's not just advertising, but a smart, adaptive communication channel. And modernization doesn't have to be all or nothing. In fact, the smartest approach is a phased approach. So let's walk through a modular path that has already been working for many buildings. So phase 1 is facelift. And this is the most visible upgrade because we have the screens, push buttons, and car interiors. And it's where aesthetics meet the user experience and where DOH can make its biggest impact. Second phase is the compliance upgrades. So these ensure that the lift meets the current safety and accessibility standards, such as EN 8120, 50, and EN 8170, with auto dialers and also IoT monitoring. And these upgrades are essential for legal and operational peace of mind. And finally, we have the full modernization. This is the deep technical overhaul with controllers, door operating panels, and the shaft works. So it's all about future-proofing the lift system for decades to come. And to bring this to life, I'll show you a real example. So we took a dated lift in an with an old notice board, the kind that you will recognize it, and brought it through phase 1 and phase 2. And now it features a sleek multimedia digital screen, fully compliant lighting, and accessibility upgrades. No disruption, it's just smart, stage transformation that's already delivering value. And now let's talk about what good content actually looks like inside the lift. So it's not just one ad on repeat, but it's a curated mix that feels relevant and useful. So please take a look at these screens. You have a welcome message from the building. You have live weather updates, tube status for the nearby stations, and then commercial ads. So a protein bar in the morning and a travel agency ad in the evening. So this blend keeps passenger engaged. It's contextual, it's dynamic, and because dwell times are predictable, every message has time to land. So Lift DOH isn't just advertising, but it's part of the building's voice. And the question is, how do you manage all the content across hundreds of screens? And this is where the programmatic advertising and smart content management comes in. Here's a CMS dashboard showing every active screen, what's playing, and its status. You can edit content in real time, schedule campaigns, monitor performance, all from one dashboard. And for advertisers, it means agility, morning fitness ads, and evening travel deals. And for operators, it means control and efficiency, relevant content every hour, every day, without manual updates. So it's advertising that works harder with less effort. And when we say connected journeys, connected journeys are not, it's more than just getting from A to B. They're about moving through a world where digital systems and physical spaces work together hand in hand. And the goal is to have seamless, efficient, and personalized travel. So, for example, lifts, passengers on Irish Rail or Network Rail can already check their lift availability at stations in real time. So that's accessibility in action. Now, imagine what happens when lift displays themselves become part of that journey. So, screen inside the lift could deliver actionable information, such as train times as you head down to the platform, or wayfinding prompts to guide you through complex buildings, or even looking ahead in the future, maybe facial recognition that helps you find your car in a busy shopping mall car park. So the lift is no longer just a cabin, but it starts to transform into this dynamic link into the passenger's day. From arrival to departure, it's part of that connected, smart, and seamless experience. And now let's turn to the stakeholders, the people shaping the future of digital modernization in lift spaces. So to understand this, we ran a targeted industry survey across residential, commercial, and hospitality sectors, which includes the lift contractors, building owners, and consultants. And these are the key decision makers when it comes to upgrading the lift environment. Here's what we found. So only 63% have digital screens somewhere in their buildings, but only 38 of them have inside the lifts. So there's a major opportunity. This gap is a major opportunity, especially in commercial real estate and high-end residential, where expectations for modern amenities are rising faster than ever. So there is the appetite and the timing is right. And about monetization, this isn't about turning lift into advertisement machines, but it's more about creating a model where screens help pay for themselves without compromising the building's identity nor the passenger experience. So our survey showed the biggest perceived value was better internal communication, followed by modernizing the building and providing dynamic updates. And advertising alone isn't the draw. The system has to bring real building benefits first. And when asked about the paying directly for a digital communication system, about 3/4 said yes or maybe, but there was cost sensitivity. And most were open to external ads, but only if the building keeps the control. So what's the answer? It should be a hybrid model. So most screen time for building messages, alerts, and community content, and a smaller share for curated and relevant ads. So that way, monetization supports the system, not undermines it. So again, it's value first, not ad first. And when we talk about innovation in lift DOH, it really comes down to making screens smarter, sustainable, and impactful. So on the smart side, AI-driven targeting already allows content to adopt in real time. That makes campaigns more relevant, memorable, and timely. On sustainable side, new technologies are emerging. So today's LCD and LED screens are powerful, but alternatives like e-ink can dramatically reduce power usage and also heat, which are major advantage in a confined space of lift's case. But we also need more evidence. So more behavioral and ROI research will give us the confidence to scale. So the future of lift DOH is clear. It should be smarter, sustainable, and evidence-driven innovation. So turning simple displays into an integral part of the smart building experience is the essential point. So digital out-of-home advertising isn't the future anymore. It's already here. And lifts are the golden opportunity. And why? Because they are used constantly by everyone. So in central London alone, a commercial lift sees tens of thousands of journeys every day, which is a prime chance for high impact and interactive communication. But it's not just about installing screens. It's about smart integration with the right tech, connected system, and content people actually care about. So all this done right, these screens become powerful touch points for communication, for revenue, and for making buildings feel smarter and more connected. So that's the real potential of DOH in lifts, turning everyday rights into meaningful moments. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, that was a very quick and very informative presentation done by Dewhurst, Ms. Begum. If anybody has question about, the presentation, I will definitely check for that. Mr. Arun Agarwal says, thank you for very interesting and insightful presentation. It was indeed engaging and thought-provoking. I am keen to understand more about your India-specific plans, both in terms of establishing a local presence and introducing your products to the market. As you may know, India is highly price-sensitive market. Do you foresee the possibility of introducing products that are well aligned with the pricing expectation and market dynamics here in India?
Thank you for this question, Mr. Arun. We have, as Dewhurst, we have different product ranges with different specifications, and it's a modular approach. So the answer is yes, we already are selling to India as well. And as Dewhurst, we have a global sales team and specifically in presence in India. So please feel free to reach out to them and they will be giving you the right product. And in terms of DOH sense, we have also different sort of software platforms that you can use online or offline.
Okay. So I do not see any more question. If anyone has more question, please do ask for it. So I believe, yeah, digital presences all over the world is going around.
That's where we are all heading.
Yes, Arun sir, Dewhurst is already there joining in IC 2026. Not to worry for that.
We'll be there.
They're there already. So I don't see any more question coming in, Begum. So I would like to, say thank you for putting your time, and I can understand, having a time difference in the world and you being in London and us being in India. Thank you for being supportive for this particular webinar, and I hope everyone did enjoy. Soon this particular session will be also online available on YouTube.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting it.
And
it was a great chance to meet, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
We'll see you in 2026.
Yes, definitely. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.